Þorvaldur Þórðarson is an Icelandic geologist. He's an expert in the volcanology, and he has been advising for a long time about the risks associated with the, volcanic eruptions. He shed light on this. People like that can be unpopular sometimes. Not just him. I'm not talking about him personally. If you're a person who goes and advises people about health and safety when they are sleepwalking into, for example, a floodplain or a danger zone in a mine or a cave, and point into the hazard and the risk associated with it and give them advice, you may be ignored. You will not be very popular. In Iceland, we have all the geological knowledge available. Maps are drawn. Systems of the volcanoes are known, and many books and publications are available about them. We have eruptions already and charts available for them to show that these eruptions are associated with this earthquake. We have the hazards for the gases and ash flowing toward the other parts of the world. And yet, your advice is ignored, pointed to the other direction. It's thrown away like a bag of trash. The risk is there, and we know this. We have to learn for this. For Grindavik, for Reykjavik, anywhere else in the world, geologists have to be listened. This image should be the icon for the geologist risk assessment. Where lava is there in the past, it may erupt and come there again. I have several videos about these situations, and I will put them after this video. My colleague is right on that we have to listen to the risk assessments. He's more tactful than me, but I'm just telling it more direct. We have to listen to the risk assessment. We have to listen to geologists. You cannot ignore the people who know. What is happening to the Grindavik and where to build it again? Grindavik is in the Reykjanes peninsula of Iceland, in the northern Atlantic Ocean. In this area, we had an uplift to the east and the west, and the central part, which was this town, is actually sinking, going down. And this is a graben situation. We have two fault lines controlling at the center. The town is falling. The whole area, the zone is falling, and the magma is rising there. This is the Eurasian plate separating from the North American plate. Tectonically, this is an active region, mid-oceanic ridge we call it. This is where the ground, the new earth, the new lithosphere is being built by the magma, which is we can see through this three-dimensional vision. Through the seals is rising, filling up the gap that created when the cracks in the ground appear. Rise into the ground, gluing it again in a way you can say. It takes a long time actually to dry. That's not a very good glue in that sense. But anyway, when the movements of the blocks of the lithosphere, the earth crust happens, this is the rising of the magma which creates these volcanic eruptions. We see the lava at the surface, and that is what we call a volcanic eruption. Grindavik, where it is now, people probably will not return to it. If they can get insurance money for it and go somewhere else, they would probably do it, although it is home for many of them. But there are possibilities that you can actually take the old Grindavik and put it somewhere that is actually the land is rising to the east part of it, where it is more sheltered. Old Grindavik transferred to the east part in that peninsula is actually where it is rising. You will be safer probably in that sense. Grindavik is like Florida for the United States of America. It has a subpolar oceanic climate, very similar to the Faroe Islands or the very northern parts of the Scotland. It is ice-free through the year, so it's a favorable place. Florida in America is such a place. Expensive, very rich people only can live there, but we can build it again. This is a future probably for a Grindavik to move a little bit to somewhere safer.
Area that was flooded.
This is the area that was flooded on our last journey. Now, look at it now. Yeah? You can see where the building sites were. They were actually digging foundations here, and it's still waterlogged. You can see, there we go, all along there.
Show that side.
And I'm just going to turn the camera now. Here I am again,
that is the crane we showed you in the...
And this is, yeah. Well, you talk then, are you talking? Here's the building site, there we go, everybody. There we go, the building site. And they haven't learnt their bloody lesson.
They have not given up.
They haven't given up, they're still building. They're still building, they're going to have houses here. My God, look. I don't think any of the local people would be buying anything from here.
This is they call Team Side Way.
Team Side Way.
A4440.
Okay, on the A4440, and I think I can catch this little vehicle working overtime on a Saturday to make up for lost time.
Yeah, to make
and
they just set it as quick as possible.
yeah, and they're over there.
Digging.
Yeah, they're digging.
And you see more boats there, I think.
They're still digging, and if you can see down here, you'll see the builders here digging. But look, the land is still waterlogged. They're also building an access road that would be flooded. That was underwater. All this was underwater. Underwater. This is a valley. And
Taking a bit more toward the ground, not less toward the sky.
where you get the valleys,
See more of the land, less of the sky, makes it brighter.
where you get the valleys and where you get the rivers. If you've got mountains,
Oh yeah,
you-
Polvan, Lamster,
there we go.
Worcester.
Yeah.
You see the sign.
There we go, and there's the other building site. And I think this part was underwater too.
Yeah, there was a big traffic jam here.
Just don't go and live on this estate. Floods!
I'll take it out.
There we go. And they're building new houses along here. So anyone who wants a new house, don't come here.
Herefordshire.
Yeah, this is Herefordshire.
Where the ones you don't...
Wet. All
This is
these
the river
fields.
Severn or Tees.
Yeah,
River
it's
Bay.
wet. It is absolutely soaked. Look at it. I'll just let the camera run for a little while. There's a little house there that is just about, I'm not sure whether it's flooded. There's a small row of houses. I think they'd have the pumps out there. Yeah, look, there we go.
They were building houses
Yeah,
to tell the people.
you can see they're actually,
If you want to buy anything, look at the flood map of the UK.
yeah, look at the flood map, because these were having new builds. All of here was being new built. It's field after field, and the same on the opposite side of the road.
I think we can call safely the Herefordshire also a lake district. At the moment, everywhere we can just see lakes. As some may say, where is the Prime Minister? You get what you deserve.
They're coming home now. And yeah, they're still flooding. On the other
We
side.
have the lake district.
Yeah, we're coming home now, and again, just showing you a few hours later. And this is the opposite side of the road, and those trees you see in the middle of that so-called lake, it's actually a windbreaker tree. That's a field, it's a whole field. And the same that side. Well, I can't, can I? Okay, there are. There's the cranes there. I think they're lifting bits and pieces out.
I think they were actually there without knowing that was going to happen.
Yeah, they were. These.
They're building something.
Yeah, they were, or should be, constructing buildings actually.
They're building a new pier here.
Yeah, I think they were building a new pier. They were doing something there.
Queen Mary ship to come here, and cruise ship to come and take the passengers for Atlantic.
But they were building something here.
It's practically
but-
what you see here is the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. There you go. Again, this side all.
Oh, look at that
Yeah,
bridge.
just the river bursted its banks. There we go.
It's not Severn. It's not the Bristol Channel.
This is
It's
the River Team.
River Team.
There, that's the little River Team. Look at it.
Tiny river.
And that's both sides. Both sides. It just burst its banks.